check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Chargers at 4-3, a game over 500. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Man, and he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to...
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st
The Charger drive about to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
First rep of the game from Josh Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up third down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing, Prescott. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take this to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now fourth down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's Purdy. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Andrews' first catch, good for a first down.
Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
First and goal.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Purdy. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Well, they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Prescott. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Going to throw right side here, complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Ball at the 26, second and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And it's a short one here. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Down inside the 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0.
Chargers nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To number 81, a gain of 12. And the Vikings first down.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
21. Chargers, nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Prescott.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Already know I got go.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
For the field goal, a 57-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Purdy off the play fake. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Prescott to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Barner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
21. Charger at 6.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Josh Hines Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Prescott down. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught inside the 5. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Purdy. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Evans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Still going inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Get set, get set.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Get set, get set.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 8-yard line.
They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Get set, get set. 22, I got it. Up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul not only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
A quick throw completed by Purdy. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Aubrey now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 6.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Prescott. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And the Chargers first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on. Oh, he sheds himself free. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 102 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.